What's going on, Pokemon World and Tokusatsu Multiverse? It's Pokesatsu here, and welcome to episode 9 of the Pokemon Sapphire Mono Water playthrough. In the last episode, we defeated Flannery and got the Heat Badge, and now we are making our way back to Norman. I figured there's no real change in the team since the last episode, except for Blue Tang now being level 28 from the grinding portion of the end of the last episode. So we're just going to make our way back to Norman today, battle Norman's gym, and I'm just going to call it an episode there. Hopefully the audio is better for this episode. I did notice a bit of audio trouble in the last episode, and I do have my earbuds in while recording this. They do have a built-in microphone, so that's a good thing, and we're just going to go ahead and make our way to Slateport. Let me grab this item real quick. I think it's an X-Defend. That's still... it's next speed. I knew it was an X item. I think they're called times items, but I just say X. Can I move properly? Really? Okay. So I'm just going to make my way back to Slateport because, honestly, I'm not worried about, battling trainers or anything. I know I'm going to be alright, so it's going to be perfectly fine. So, in today's episode, I have to tell you guys right now, I am recording at 10 o'clock in the morning. And you're probably thinking, Zach, why are you recording at 10 o'clock in the morning? You usually record at night. And my answer is simple. I got up at 8:30 this morning. I planned on going to a place like a hiring agency or a temp agency to... Can I walk the right way? To, apply for my old job and see if I can get it back. And we decided to wait until later in the day to go. Just because, not gonna lie to you guys, my mom's still feeling sick. She's not feeling too well. So, we're just gonna go later in the day. Probably around 12 o'clock, if not around 1. The place closes at 4. So, even though it would kind of look unprofessional to show up later in the day, it's still better to show up at all. And I'm gonna actually talk to these two kids here because they have something I forgot about. We can now give the soft sand to our really strong... give. I'm going to give the soft sand to Mako to boost the Mud Shot and Mud Slap. And actually, now that I see that there's a protein there, I must have picked it up last episode, I'm going to go ahead and actually give that to Mako to at least get I think it's 10 IVs or EVs. See, I'm considering battling some of these trainers here on the beach. I might actually do that. So, let's go ahead and switch into Remora. Maybe get a few extra points. Actually, these trainers shouldn't take that long. I may just battle them and then head to Slateport. Add a bit of time to today's episode. But of course, we will see. Just going to hit a little fake out real quick. They're all probably level 14 to 16. We got 10 to 12 levels on them, so it's gonna be okay. We're gonna get through this. Sailor Huey had a match-up. Okay, actually, if anything, got another trainer. I think this one has a Zurill, and that's it. Zigzagoon. Okay, well, we can just fake out. Fake out is going to be very much abused in today's episode because when I battle Norman, I can guarantee a first turn attack, and I can also guarantee the next turn, if I need to switch, is a loafing turn for the slacking, which is great. So we're going to fake out here. That did way more than I expect. 15 levels ahead, never mind. So in today's episode, I figured I wanted to talk about actually what just happened. I forgot. It's a first turn thing. I just watched the 2 newest episodes of Bakwage Sentai Boon Boonger and Kamen Rider Gav, and I have to say I really like the way that they're going about Kamen Rider Gav. Boon Boonger, I just love. There's no reason for me not to like Boon Boonger. So I really don't. I'm going to talk about it less than I am Gav. Gav is also a newer series, so obviously I'm going to talk about it more. But when it comes to Gav, I have to say, like, I love what they're doing. I was very hesitant to like it when I first saw, because the food gimmick with, like, the fruit snack and the jingles sound weird. The popping gummy, juicy. It's definitely something to get used to, but overall I'd say it's okay. Like, I like it now more. The Chocodon one I actually very much prefer, because it's like the Chocodon, Ito Choco. It's just interesting. I like that one. And then, of course, for the Valen standby, I love how it's basically just like electric sounds and then wow, wow. Like, the Pokemon's being. The Gachizo is kind of being electrocuted, which to me seems funny. It's not a real person, it's just like a little, like, minion character. So I'm not exactly worried about that part. It's just funny to me how, like, like, I don't know. That sounds kind of mean. I know it does, but it's like, I don't know. It's just funny to me. Now we're just gonna. Oh, I meant to hit Astonish. I'm glad that missed. I don't know. I like the forms in the show. I like how everything looks. And Valen himself, I love the kind of counterpart thing they're doing with him. Okay, don't get poisoned. Please don't get poisoned. Okay, wow, that was a wash. But anyway, I like what they're doing with him and Shoma, showing that they're, like, different aspects of the same thing, just on different sides of it. Like, they're the same, but for different reasons, but also different for the same reasons. And I know that sounds stupid. I know it does, but hear me out. So, Valen is a human that is fighting to protect humans and also get revenge on the Grand Ute for stealing his mom. But also, he just wants to get more information and get revenge for his boss that was just killed. It's just a really good story. And then we're just gonna we're going to Petalburg, not Slateport today. I don't know why I said I'm going to Slateport. I mean, I did go to Slateport, but I meant to say we're going back to Petalburg. Now, the thing is, like, my thing about the show is, I think his name's like Honto. If I say Honto, understand I'm talking about Kamen Rider Valen. And if I say Shoma, I'm talking about Kamen Rider Gav. And it's like, they're making them the same by being people that want to fight to protect humans. But also, they have different reasons. But both involve family. See, Shoma wants to he wants to defend humans from his family that keeps harming them. But then you have Honto, who wants to get revenge for his family, who was killed by Shoma's family. And I don't know why, it just feels really cool that they're each on different sides of things. But I also like how they're not showing that, they're not showing how, Shoma has his red Gav yet to anybody in the show, which to me feels really good. It's a really interesting concept why he's not showing anyone, when it would probably do him better if he did. Oh, that's right. Can't do that. Do I have any female team members? I do. So just don't you sing again, okay? Really appreciate it. Okay. Water gun should do decent damage. My thing is, like, I have a theory about the show. And my theory is, and this is going to sound kind of dumb to some people, but let me explain. I think Honto's mother that was kidnapped, or killed or whatever during the parts of the show before the official shows started, like before that, was actually the woman that was kidnapped or kidnapped in order to basically, I want to say that Shoma's mom. I want to say that that's the case, because imagine them going through a character arc where we find out that the mom that was taken from Honto is actually Shoma's mom, and we find out that they're half brothers or something. That'd be really interesting, but I also know that if chocolate is going to be Honto's theme in the show, then we know he's going to have a Dark Rider form, kind of like Tycoon did in Geats. And my reason for saying that is, his theme is chocolate. So, obviously, he's gonna have a maybe dark chocolate form down the line. Maybe he's gonna have a white chocolate form down the line. And if that's the case, I really hope that they do something with that. My theory is that there's going to be a moment in the show where he finds out that, Shoma is a Grand Ute, one of the people he's been fighting, and it's going to end up being he's going to somehow infect one of the Gachizo with negative energy or something like that, and it's going to it's going to cause that thing to turn into a dark chocolate Gachizo. And since it was infected by a human, it will no longer need how do I say this? They won't need to make it to where they're only once per use and then they're gone. I'm going to use a soda pop. 60 points. Get you to 66. That's fair. And I'm battling all the rooms unless I skip one, because I want to get at least maybe one more level on my team members. And just like how I know here, we're switching into Leviathan for an Intimidate. And I just realized that this is a female one that can sing and use Attract like it did last time. So I'm just going to keep using Strength until it wakes up, because some double slaps aren't going to do a lot to me. But no, I love how Shoma is fighting to protect people. He's fighting to protect humans from his evil family, while Honto is trying to get revenge for his family by fighting Shoma's family. It's a really interesting family dynamic that we haven't had a family dynamic since, this kind of family dynamic since, what? W? Where, Philip was actually, spoiler for Kamen Rider W, even though you probably have seen it, it came out in 2009, that, it came out in 2009, so this is a spoiler for you, then, sorry, where we found out that Philip was actually Raito Sanozaki, son of the Sanozaki family, and it's oh my god, no wonder he can't remember his past, because, he fell into that earth well thing, or whatever it was, he forgot his past. And because his past was not of any use to him or something. I don't know. It's just a really interesting plot point, if I remember right, about Kamen Rider W. I haven't seen it in a long time. It's still one of my favorites, but I haven't seen it in a while. But no, I'd say, like, the thing about these shows is, have we had a family dynamic since W? Like, yeah, there was the family thing with, like, the girl from Gotchard and her dad, and Gotchard and his mom, but, like, nothing truly family driven. Like, Geets with his mom, Saber with his friend, 01 with his, like, what, dead grandfather or something. I like what they're doing. It's really interesting how they're making this like a family-driven season. Because my theory is that the next season of Super Sentai is also going to be family-driven. So they might do something with that. Where it's like they're testing to see if a family-driven show is good. Seriously, take a shot of, or like a sip of water every time I say family in this episode. Because, like, you'll be properly hydrated. Used a guard spec, so its stats can't be lowered. Okay, that doesn't matter. I'm still going to use Mudshot. I'm not going to use Mudshot. Dear God. Honestly, I'm just going to switch into Rebarian. Every time I see Sand Attack, I'm just going to switch into Rebarian. Because of Kenai. Oh my God. They should make it to where Sand Attack just doesn't affect flying types. I don't know if that's a thing or not, but it should be. Can you stop flinching me, you literal rat bastard? I don't know. I personally want to see more from this, but I know that, based on my theory, like, Honto is going to have, like, a dark chocolate form because of, like, him finding out that the person he's been helping this whole time is actually, like, part of the problem. And then maybe he's going to have, like, a white chocolate form to show, like, he's accepted his past, he's accepted his situation, and he's moving on with his life. That's why I personally think, like, the white Gachizo that he uses to transform is actually, like, meant to be that way. That there are two different kinds. One for the main rider, one for the secondary rider. But also, Gav's is red, because red Gav, and then we're going to have to see at the end of the show that Valen will be white for his final form. I would love if they did that, but also I know, like, they probably won't. Because I've been watching Riders since, like, my junior year of high school. And I can say right now, like, some of the things we've expected to happen didn't. Like, who honestly expected, like, something from Kamen Rider, and it was even, like, leaked, quote unquote, and then it just didn't happen. And that bothered me. Because it's like, this would be perfect plot. But, nope. Just didn't do it. Which is annoying, but hey. It is what it is. Now, I did get a message on Instagram that was saying, like, the people wanted me to, during actual gym leader fights, pay attention to the gym leader more. Which, honestly, I respect that. So, when I get to the gym leader, I am going to talk less about things, you know, like, that, like, shows and stuff. I'm going to talk about, like, the actual gym fight, maybe, like, give you guys some commentary on what I want to do. Can you not crit, please? That's better. We'll at least live one more. And Zangoose is defeated. 477. That's a cool amount of experience points. Now we're I know that's going to sound stupid, like, oh, that's a cool amount of experience points. I don't know, I like weird numbers. The gym leader's room. See for yourself what Pokemon awaits you. Dad? I don't know. That just made me think of like Aaron Hansen from Game Grumps, where he goes like, "Dad, Dad," because it's funny to me. It's funny to me. So you did get 4 gym badges. Fine. As I promised, we will have a Pokemon battle. Z, I'm so happy that I can have a real battle with my own child. But a battle is a battle. I will do everything in my power as a gym leader to win. Z, you better give it your best shot too. Hit me with your best shot. Fire away. He sends out his first slacking, which I'm going to fake out, and immediately switch into Rebellion. Loafing turn, and then Protect. And now we are just going to Water Gun. That doesn't do much. Okay. Will Wing Attack do more? It looks like it did less. Okay. We're just going to stick to Water Guns. Now, some of you are probably yelling at your screen right now. Blue Tang has Dig! Just use Dig! I know. That I'm just trying to stall out this first slacking. It's going to be okay. Slacking is only as powerful as you let it be. So that's fine. Actually, I'm going to test if Steel Wing can do better damage. No. Okay. Hyper Potion. No. Okay, so we're just going to keep using Water Gun and get it down as low as we can. Because now my strategy's kind of done for. I will talk about like the topics that I wanted to in this episode. So now we're going to talk about like the newest episode of Boom Boomger. Just keep protecting, and hopefully I can get you down a good enough amount. And now I'm just going to have to hope What? And you're loafing? And Facade? Oh my god, 1 HP. 1 HP. No way. That is awesome. Vigoroth, we are going to have to switch into Leviathan. It doesn't have Truant, so we're just going to have to brute force this one. Now, how much will Strength do? Okay. How much does Dragon Rage do? More than Strength, so we're going to hit another Dragon Rage. 810, and now we're going to switch into Blue Tang. So the newest Sentai episode to me, 31. Am I going to have to do another grinding montage or grinding session between episodes again? I mean, I don't mind it, but like, damn. Just gonna Rock Smash. I think it's gonna keep using that. So let me try and like keep using Rock Smash, try and get a defense drop. I'm not getting any, which is bothering me. Oh, okay, we got one. Keep using Focus Punch. I have no problem with that. You know what? I might just brute force this with Blue Tang, because if it's going to keep going for Focus Punch, then we're fine. I was more worried than I should have been. And Rock Smash, we're just going to keep doing that. Hyper Potion don't matter, because if you're just going to keep using Focus Punch during your attacking turns... Wait, Focus Punch only has like 5 PP, don't it? Okay, maybe it has 10. And we got a crit. We got a crit. That's amazing. Another defense drop. You just need to go for it again. And we beat Norman. We have officially... Wait, what? Oh, well, fine. Just gonna style on him by using strength, showing what we have a lot of, apparently. And I can't believe it. Z. I lost to Z? But here are the rules. Here, take this. You received the balance badge from Dad. With that badge, the defense of all your Pokemon will increase. Pokemon that know the HM move Surf will be able to travel over water. This is my gift to you, Z. I'm sure you can use it correctly. Which is... TM42 contains Facade. It doubles the power of moves if the Pokemon is poisoned, paralyzed, or burned. It might be able to turn a bad situation into an advantage. As the gym leader, I can't express how upset I am, but as a father, it makes me both happy and a little sad. It's odd. Oh yes, Wally's parents came calling earlier. They said that you had something they wanted. They had something they wanted to give you, Z. So I never read, like, the story earlier, like when I was younger. So we are just going to head over here to Wally's parents' house, talk to his dad. And he's going to give us the HM for Surf. And not gonna lie to you guys, right now, we are adding Surf to a couple of movesets because we need it. So first, we are going to add Surf in the place of Astonish on Remora. We're going to add Surf to Blue Tang, because I think it's stronger than Bubble Beam. It's definitely stronger than Bubble Beam. And if that's the case, like, I hate to do this. This is going to be riveting. Like, it's going to be really interesting. But we are just going to add Surf to probably every Pokemon. So if they can all learn it, then they're all learning it, because they all need a good stab move. Leviathan, you're getting Surf too. In place of Tackle, we have Strength. Strength is better than Tackle, so we have no need for it. And then Mako is getting it over Water Gun. I still like to keep Mud Slap for a while. And now Rebarian is getting it over also Water Gun. So now we're going to end the episode right there. Now that we have beaten Norman and gotten Surf, I'd say that's a pretty good stopping point in the episode. So, of course, let me just finish what I was saying about Boom Boomger. I love the storyline they've been doing with Genba and how he's been fighting for, like, what's my motivation, who am I strong enough, his situation with Mad Rex and all that. And it's really cool how, like, the final attack in the episode is they all have to pat Taya on the back to give their energy to him, basically, and how Genba was the last one. I love how they attacked together using, was it Safari and Racing? So, all in all, Tokusatsu right now is really good, and I'm glad, because for a while, we were getting one good Rider season or one good Sentai season. I'm personally a Sentai fan more than I am a Rider fan, but I love both. So it's like having one good one, where if I don't like the one currently airing, I'll watch the other, is really good. But now I'm enjoying both. So hopefully the next Sentai season after Boom Boomger, because I think they're like episode 37 or 38 right now, Boom Boomger. They usually go to like 50 episodes for a Sentai season. I hope it stays this good, and I hope the next season is even better, if not just on the same level. But with all of that being said, I will see you guys in the next episode. We will try and make our way back to Mauville and meet up with Wally, surf across, meet Steven. You know how the game works. So, whether you're trying to be the very best like no one ever was, or just trying to ride or kick it up a notch, just remember that you've got this, and I will see you in the next episode. Take care.